It is a special event because tonight we're going to be talking about Transformers. It's back in movie theaters after 32 years. The last time I saw this, I was a kid, 1986. So this is very exciting. We're going to talk to some people and talk to Amanda and Tina and Maddie too. So stay tuned. Transformers! Oh my God, it's Transformers, the freaking movie. I haven't seen this in movie theaters since 1986. So this is a big deal for me. Now these ladies, who you all know, are my co-hosts from different shows. Tina from Near Mint Condition, Amanda and Maddie from Old Reader, New Readers, and the cosplay thing. They've never seen this movie, ever. They've seen the Bayformers crap, but they've never seen the original, the Transformers movie. It's the only one that counts. You, sir, are ready for Transformers. By the way, I love that shirt. I own the same shirt.
Thank you very much. You got the touch.
Yes, I do. How much do you love this movie?
Love it. I own this movie at home. It's one of those things where I never got to see it as a kid in the theater. So I'm trying to recreate a little something there.
How many times have you seen it?
Probably too many to count, but never in theaters.
Never in theaters. So this is your first time?
I was born in 87.
Young guy, 87.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same, 87. Numerous times on TV, on DVD, VHS, but never in theater.
This is probably my 30th time seeing it, 32nd.
32nd? Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. Did you see it in the theater when it came out?
I was born the year it came out.
I think we lost count.
Well, which you want to count, the VHS, DVD, or Blu-ray?
Did you see it in movie theater?
He did.
Twice in the movies, back in the day.
Way too many times. And
yeah.
I think I was 6 like he was the first time it came out.
Hundreds
of times.
I don't really know.
3.
I think it's 3.
You think it's 3? Okay.
Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've seen it.
That is the right answer. That's the right answer. How many times have you seen this movie? Has your dad forced you to see this movie?
Yes.
Per year, maybe like 5 or 6 times a year.
5 or 6 times?
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I'm a child of the 80s. I mean, obviously, look at you with your Rodimus Prime shirt.
That's right. You know who the man is.
Of course. No one likes Rodimus. No. Not even Judd Nelson.
How many times have you seen this movie?
Too many.
No, there's no such thing.
Matter of fact, I watched it as many times as I could, and then this guy came along and we started watching it again, so.
Yeah. How many times have you seen this movie?
3.
3?
You've seen this movie 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Have you seen It? Don't wear a yellow rain jacket, dude.
We're going to stay away from clowns with balloons.
You saw it in the theater.
I did see it in the theater back in the day. I was kind of surprised at the body count in that movie. I mean, you lose more in like 5 minutes than you did in the entire original series. So,
did you cry?
Maybe a little bit, because one of my favorite toys was one of the ones that went right there right off the bat. So,
this here's my wife, and she has seen this movie numerous times. So, ba weep, grana weep, ninny bomb.
Ba weep, bana weep, mini grom.
If I were to walk up to you and say ba weep, grana weep, ninny bomb, what would you say?
Ba weep, draw na weep, nenny bon.
Hell yeah!
You get an Energon goodie.
That's right. What do you know about Transformers? Give me anything. I don't care. Give me like 2 names.
Do I not listen to Dan go on and on about his dolls like every other episode? I mean, Dan, look what I got.
Oh, there you go, Dan. Now, who is your favorite character?
Gotta go with Bumblebee.
I could not guess. Why Bumblebee?
Growing up, I was pretty much like Bumblebee. I always picked on, short, scrawny, so Bumblebee always called to me.
Starscream.
Yeah? So, man, you know what happens, right?
Yeah.
I like Starscream.
Yeah, Starscream's so
I like
bad.
the way he ended.
Yeah, he ended like a
little evaporation action.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character, man?
I gotta go with Optimus Prime.
Optimus.
That's right. That's a good one. He knows what happens, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Know what happens.
All right. Who's your favorite character from Transformers?
I'm pretty much sure it's Unicron.
Whoa! I haven't heard that answer. That's morbid. How about you, sir? Who's your favorite character?
I think Hot Rod's my favorite.
That's right. Hot Rod's the way to go.
My favorite Autobot of all time, G1 Skyfire.
Skyfire.
Or Jetfire. He's got 2 different names for the toys.
In the movie, though.
I know, right?
So he made it.
You know, this movie, it kind of like scarred me for a few years. You know, I think many of us did.
But one of the questions I always had was like, where were the aerial bots? Like, there's so many of the combiners that never made it to this film.
Yeah.
They just had Devastator.
I think it was because the film was written before season 2, so they didn't have all those characters. I actually knew the answer.
You did? See, look at that. That's
Give me 3 characters, Tina. Let's see. You've only been on the damn show for 2 years.
Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Hot Rod. Starscream.
Yeah, there you go. Starscream, Megatron.
Okay. What's your favorite line in the movie?
This is bad comedy.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably the scene where poor Ultra Magnus is trying to get the Matrix open, which I'm not going to repeat because then your channel would be demonetized.
Oh, no, we say a lot of bad shit all the time. It's fine. It's not. You can say.
Like, open, damn it, open!
Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost.
I like Springer's line when he says, "I've got better things to do tonight than die."
It'd probably be when Megatron asks Optimus Prime, why are you playing with your life so recklessly?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Prime, funny, I was about to ask you the same thing.
The part when Unicron is eating the space station and Bumblebee, of course, goes, "Oh shit," because who doesn't love that? That was the first cuss word I think I've ever heard.
What is your favorite line from this movie?
One shall stand, one shall fall.
It's a very classic line.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
One shall stand and one shall fall.
Who says that?
I think it's Springer.
We're getting divorced.
When Rodimus gets the Matrix.
Arise, Rodimus Prime. That's a good one.
Arise, Rodimus Prime.
When they was kicking everybody off Astral Chain and they was asking the voting part, and they was like, "Nay."
I haven't heard that one. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. Rob,
what's up?
What is your favorite line from Transformers the movie?
Till all are one.
That's a good line. Why?
Let me tell you why. Because at that moment, that's when Optimus Prime is like, okay, everyone is jacked up, everyone's in pain, everyone's destroyed. We're going to come in, we're going to wreck some people, we're going to show that good always prevails over evil till all are one.
That's what you took from it? I just thought, till everybody's in the Matrix. That's what I thought it meant.
No, that's incorrect. Maybe that was in the Spanish.
You went all biblical with it.
The only Transformers I even know or watched was Beast Wars.
Beast Wars was solid.
That's literally the only thing I know about any of it. So they're not animals anymore. So I don't know what happened.
Well, they weren't animals to begin with. They were cars and trucks and planes and things. So
Actually, they're aliens.
shut up. Would you guys like to be interviewed? No. No? No. You have a cool shirt on, man. Come on.
Unfortunately, you have a hot rod. Morty. Yeah, really. If you weren't wearing a hot rod shirt, maybe.
Fuck those guys. Do you know anything about this movie? Anything about the cartoon series at all?
No.
Before the movie?
They transform into automobiles and stuff. They're robots.
All right. Amanda, you're probably a little more educated in the movie field, right? What do you know about this movie?
Well, when I read about it.
Nope. Doesn't count.
Yes, it does. I know this was Orson Welles' last movie.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves knowing that.
Well, does he?
No, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah. Did you read any of the comics?
No, I've never read any of the comics. The only thing Transformers, I'm pretty sure I might have seen something when I was younger, maybe a cartoon, Is there an animated series in the 90s?
There was Beast Wars in the 90s.
Yeah, maybe that's what I saw. But as far as it's been the Bayformers, 2007, I had a crush on Shia LaBeouf. So
who didn't?
Well, before he went crazy, yeah, it was great. And had a great soundtrack. Had all my favorite artists on it. So
this is before the movie.
This is before the movie.
After the movie, we're going to do this again. I'm going to ask you all some questions. Okay? The big one is if you'd like to. No, not trivia. So all you need to know is that there were 2 seasons before this movie, right? Okay. 2 seasons before this movie. And
made explicitly to sell toys?
This movie was let's do away with the old toys, bring in some new toys. So there's a lot of our favorite characters that we grew fond with are about to kick the bucket in this movie. So that's why it's a big deal. Well, don't say anything. Spoilers.
Yeah.
All right, so join us back after the movie. The movie's over, right?
Yeah, it's over.
This is the first time watching it.
Yes.
So I'm not going to start with you. What did you all think? Maddie, why don't you go first?
Well, I've concluded that movie is not for me.
Yeah, why is that?
I'm sure I'm missing the nostalgia value of that. I love the soundtrack. I think it's 10 out of 10. It's great.
10, hell yeah!
Even with the songs like came on at awkward times and didn't fit the overall mood for any reason.
Not wrong.
That's my favorite part. Everything else was okay. They should have left that kid.
Yes, I agree with you. Even as a kid, I thought somebody should kill that kid.
Yeah, why'd they bring him? It's ridiculous.
What about you, Tina? What was your favorite part?
Okay, I noticed right off the get-go that it was done
Keep in mind there are still fans in there.
a Japanese animation studio. So the animation on par with the late 70s, early 80s anime that I'm really into. Yeah, you get those feels.
Do you like the hand-drawn animation?
I love hand-drawn animation. They could have cleaned it up a little bit better. Other than that, it was all over the map.
Amanda, what was your favorite part?
My favorite.
You can't steal Maddie's answer.
About what? Oh, about the soundtrack? Oh, no. I think my favorite part was realizing about towards the end of the movie that this was actually Hot Rod's movie. It was about his development, his characterization throughout the entire movie. But I agree with Maddie. I think the music is placed awkwardly, and that's my modern movie sensibility. I do want to say this. It has some of the best lines. Clearly,
yes,
it's very 80s in the fact that it's like, we need a lot of punchlines and a lot of good get at them like quotes, and they have a ton of quotes.
They do. So, first time seeing this movie, right?
Yes.
And thoughts?
I thought the movie had a lot of pros and Decepticons.
Cut.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite character now that you've seen this movie, Tina?
Soundstream?
Soundstream. Not real. Okay, Soundstream. Not a real robot.
Wave. That's it. Soundwave.
I'll have to go with Optimus.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Soundstream.
Okay, so at the beginning, it was Laserbeak, because I'm like, if I had to collect a toy, that would have been the one I would have collected.
That's a good toy.
Yes. Oh, the Dinobots were awesome, though. I probably would have collected them. But I think after all is said and done, I think...
That's a song.
What's that older guy's name, the one who has a story to tell?
Oh, I like him.
Cup.
Cup. Yeah, he might be my favorite character.
Transforming this cup.
So, Andrew, as our producer, who did you relate to the most in this movie? What bot?
Definitely Cobra Commander.
You were so far. This is why Andrew is never in front of the camera. Any last words? Any memorable lines you said? Like,
Oh, I can't remember. At the time, it was memorable, but then I...
all right. So you want to try Bob? Weep, crown up, weep, dilly bomb.
Bippity The nut one.
The nut one.
The nut.
I know what you're
First we
talking
crack the shell, then
Yes,
we
then we
thank
crack
you.
the nut.
Okay.
My favorite scene was when he said, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power."
Thank you very much for watching. Won't you ladies sign us off?
Where does that magical paste come from?
Yeah, Tina and I are going to write a fanfic about the magical paste that cures Ultra Magnus.
I'm glad we were all uncomfortable.
Yes, we are.
Not all of us.
All of us. Just, okay, so I guess we're signing off.
Sign off.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. As usual, make sure that you subscribe to our channel, hit our like button, and, of course, follow us on all of the many social media channels, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at NearMintCon. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Till all are one.
Autobots, ho!
I want to see how this happens.